Hi, my name is Xavier with Exotic Aquatics, and today we're going to be going over how we grow a ton of moss. The way that we grow moss here at Exotic Aquatics is pretty simple, and for production wise, all we do is supercharge it. Starting off with one of the most important things is going to be your light. Here at Exotic Aquatics, we love normal aquarium lights and shop lights. Those cheap shop lights that you see on sale at your local hardware store for $10, $15, $20 for 2 to 4 foot light, those always end up being the best. Preferably when shopping for an aquarium light, anything above 4,000 Kelvin tends to do really, really well. And what Kelvin is the color of the light. When you look at a light and it's more yellow, a warm tone, or when it's more blue, a cool tone. 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 Kelvin is right there on the cool spectrum, and we have found that tends to grow the most amount of plants in moss. Coming in at number 2 on the list, but still one of the most important contributing factors, is your nutrients. Are you going to be adding in and supplementing with fertilizer, or are you going to be using natural ways like shrimp and snails? Here at Exotic Aquatics, we use shrimp, assassin snails, and pond snails. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of shells in the back from the assassin snails consuming as many pond snails as they could. It helps to keep the moss nice and clean, but also helps produce the assassin snail. We feed the shrimp and snails tons of algae so that way they can produce enough nutrients for the moss to thrive. Another factor is going to be flow. You can introduce small little pumps to stir up and help grow your moss. Personally, we love the sponge filters because the moss grows around it and it's extremely safe for the baby shrimp. Another big factor is going to be temperature. We like keeping our tanks around 77 to 80 degrees because we have a lot of discus here and the ambient temperature ends up warming it up. We love keeping the moss warm because that helps it grow a lot more. And then a few ways that turbocharge production is utilizing and injecting CO2 into the water. This will significantly multiply the amount of moss being grown because of how easy the moss itself is. Depending on the kind, depending on how much you have, CO2, in my opinion, works wonders. And then, in my opinion, any kind of grow light or really high quality full spectrum light does, again, really boost production. I like the full spectrum ones because it keeps the nice white and it doesn't hurt your eyes as badly, and it blends in really nice. On the big tank, we even have a few of those full spectrum grow lights. You can see the full spectrum just means that they have the white, the red, and the blue, instead of only having just the red and blue purple effect. This light has both options where you can switch it between both settings, and we prefer to keep it on the white. And then that's pretty much it for moss. It's a really nice, really easy, perfect addition for any type of aquarium. We love it here at Exotic Aquatics, and we want to thank you for watching. Have a good one.